So a day at Cozumel Island off of Mexico. We got off. Royal Caribbean was the cruise that we went on. Make sure you check out our Royal Caribbean cruise tips and different videos that we've been posting here. That was the Harmony of the Seas out of Galveston, Texas, right?
Yes, Cozumel, Mexico is one of the ports. I think it was the first port that we went to, wasn't it?
Yep, it was.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect because I'd never been there, but you had been there, so you kind of had an idea. It was super fun.
Hey, here we go, going down the gangway. Well, so you have the option of getting excursions on the ship, right? So they always tell you can book excursions prior to getting on the boat, prior to your cruise, and you'll save, you know, sometimes 10, 15, 20, 30%, etc., etc. They're more expensive when you get on the ship. Being that Cozumel, there's not a tremendous amount going on, in my opinion, unless you're a diver. Totally different story, right?
True.
You have some of the best wall dives and things like that. I'm certified, but I haven't done Cozumel. She's not certified, so I wasn't gonna do it this time. But you can rent a scooter to go around the island, and you can do it in a day and stop off at the beaches and so on. And I had done that before, so I already had familiarity doing that.
But those beaches that are like right near the port where you get off the ship, there's tons of beaches right there. But if I remember correctly, don't you have to pay to get into all those beaches?
After 122 more payments, it's gonna be ours.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. When I went there the first time, they didn't have these beach clubs. And that's what she's referring to, is you'd have to, well, before when I went, you could just get a scooter, and if you saw a nice beach, you'd pull off and you go down and do your thing, right? And it just kind of all the way down. Well, now, many years later, they have beach clubs, and they have gates and private, you know, club patrons, or there's some hotels and resorts, and you're part of that.
They have their own private beaches.
So there's no real, like, just immediate beach access from getting off the boat unless you pay.
Yeah.
Getting a scooter, here's a good little tip for you. So you have people that are hitting you up inside the building, kind of the gauntlet of shops before you get out into, you know, the street and you're kind of free.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there is some safety in those shops because they don't want to do anything to kind of screw things up for themselves, because all the cruise ship passengers come through there. So you do have some kind of regulation. They are a little bit more on guard to make sure they're doing good service and good pricing and all that.
I got to take care of my best customers.
Now, we did not get a scooter from the ship. We did not do an excursion that way. Oh, and by the way, you can bring your own snorkel and mask and, you know, fins and all that. Rent a scooter and just go anywhere on the island. You don't have to go pay for a snorkeling adventure or whatever. So as you're going through the gauntlet going out, you're gonna get hit up by people that are saying, hey, scooter rental, da 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 da. Talk to them. Find out what their best price is, right? I love to negotiate and so on. And I know there's many different business competitors there. So I got the best price that he was willing to give. And I said, we're going to think about it. We're not sure. We may talk to some others out. And then he said, oh, well, hey, you know, see these cameras? We're kind of regulated them out there. They're not. Don't give them your credit card because they may steal your card. We can't do that here, you know? And so I put that in the back of my mind. I'm like, well, I'll probably want to
good information.
End up renting from this guy, but I'm going to kind of
play the game.
Yeah, leave a little bit and see what he does.
I don't know if you can tell he really likes to negotiate.
So Lexi and I are off the boat. We're going to get a scooter and go. We happen to be at Cozumel. I'll tell you, when you get off the ship, you're going to be, you know, run through the gauntlet of negotiation prices. So at first, the first price was $75 for 2 people on one bike. And then you got to cover your own gas and all that stuff. I said, no, that doesn't work. I negotiate.
Can you offer lower prices?
So I said, okay, $50. He goes, oh, no, you go find that outside. You're going to have to give him your C-Pass. You're going to have to give him your credit card number. I don't do that, you know, all that stuff. And so I said, well, we're going to look around. And then, you know, before I got too far away, he goes, okay, let's knock it down. Let's talk. Okay, I'll do 60. I said, no, 50. So then he was telling me about the gasoline and insurance, that's on me. And so he agreed to 50. But then I had to pay the extra. So I said, all right, here we go. $60 total. You do insurance, you do gas. I bring it back to you, empty tank, we're good to go. And he agreed because he knew I was going to rent and I was going to walk away and negotiate with someone else. So make sure you kind of work it a little bit. Don't be afraid. It's part of the culture here.
They seem to be pretty nice scooters. I will tell you, they'll give you the line that it's a brand new scooter, see low mileage, and he goes and point out the odometer and all the low mileage. Well, we didn't realize until once we started driving out, the speedometer and the odometer is not clicking. It's not moving. There's no. So
it's the same mileage when you get back.
That's right.
As it was when you
Still
started.
low mileage. So be wary of that, look them over. And I took video of the scooter all the way around. I pointed out things and so on. In the video, I pointed out, I wanted to just make sure that we were protected. Then we got on the scooters. Instead of each renting one, we got on one.
My little travel trooper. Look at you with the scooter get up here. Are you nervous? Are you excited?
I'm excited.
I got one so she gets to hang on to me really tight.
Yay!
Yeah.
Here we go.
So I made sure they only gave the gas gauge. They said it's full, but it was only 3/4. I go, no, amigo, it's not full. So he took off to the gas station to go fill it up and bring it back. We're just waiting. It's gonna be great. There he is. There's our ride. Our sweet ride from Roberto.
And had a ball.
Oh, so fun. Oh my gosh. But we learned some things.
Yes. Now I will tell you, when you're in that city, be careful to make sure you follow the kind of traffic laws and things of that nature, because
You don't want to accidentally end up on the wrong road.
We must all remember to try and follow the rules.
yeah, there's not a lot going on in Cozumel, and really it's all tourism.
Yep.
And so,
Cops are super bored.
you got the quote unquote gringos, if you will, coming off the boat that don't know much. And you're in a foreign country, so you can be pulled over and all sorts of stuff can happen. So just be on your guard. So we started tooling down the road, having a great time. I thought we could go to just these empty beaches like I had done the first time, and they were all gated. And they didn't have a separate side road, a beach road, which they do now. So there's the main road, and then you get off on the kind of frontage road with all these different hotels going down. So that was fun. There wasn't as much traffic, and we kind of popped into some different places. In fact, with the scooter rental we had, it came with the beach club access.
Oh, it did, to one of the beaches.
Down the road.
So we're on this frontage road.
So going on the frontage road, okay? So here's the deal. You can drive on the frontage road up to a certain point, and then there's a little sign.
No. A little
A
sign.
little bigger than that. We were having so much fun, but it's probably this big. But you're going fast, kind of maxing out the little scooter there. But anyway, it says no motorized vehicles, or it's got no scooter or whatever, no cars.
Bicycles
It's
only.
just for bicycles. And so you need to make a left and get back on the main road from that
And
point
if you're
on.
not paying attention and you miss that sign,
It's one sign,
then what happens?
and nothing's really changed. Same road,
looks
you're just
exactly
going.
the same.
So we're just going, wee, and all of a sudden I come around a bend, and there's a cop car right there facing us, and literally lights us up
Flipped
just
on
like
the
that.
lights
Like
so fast.
we're not the first ones to
Yeah.
do it. So I just shake my head, I pull over, and I smile, and they stop, and they get out of the car, and they look very serious, very gruff, very stern, playing the part. And I just kind of like shake my head. I go, hey, hi, how's your day going? Trying to break them down a little bit.
No
And they're like,
response.
good. How's your day going? And I'm like, wow, you're going tough. Then the other guy, his sidekick gets out, and he's even more gruff, bigger, sterner looking. But thankfully, there was another scooter that was not too
They
far
pulled
behind
over
us.
Right behind us.
And so the partner went after these guys, and then the driver came, and I said something like, okay, what are you guys doing? You guys totally know that, we're coming around the bend here. Got another one there, Joe, fresh off the boat. And I big smile, and he cracked a smile. He couldn't help it.
Couldn't help it.
And I knew I had him, because I go, man, you guys do pretty good here, huh? You do pretty good. Puedo pagar ahora? Or, and big smile. That means, can I pay now? Anyway, this is an ongoing thing. Like, this is a big moneymaker, because later we ran into a couple
on the other
side of the
Cozumel.
island.
Yeah.
And they were from Italy, and they had a scooter, and they got nailed
They
too.
got pulled over too.
And what did they pay? Was it 50 or 80?
No, it was
No, he
like-
wanted $50 from us.
He wanted $50 from us. This poor other young couple, they had to pay $75. And they asked for their driver's license, and they weren't going to give it back to them. They wanted them to have to come down to the police station and sign a bunch of papers to get their driver's license back.
Yeah, and they probably would have had to pay more money.
Yeah, but fortunately, somehow they were able to get out of it. But yeah, be careful not to miss that sign.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of the money that they collect right there on spot doesn't get back to the police
Absolutely
station.
not. They pocket that money 100%.
We
So-
unverified.
That's
be
true.
fair,
That's true.
but
All
I'm
right,
just
all right.
saying.
So, okay, so we got back on the road. and we drove around to, our goal was to get to Bob Marley's.
The Bob Marley bar.
Yes.
Bob Marley Bar at the end of Cozumel, at the tip of the island. So we're gonna go check it out, get a drink or two. We might even hit the beautiful water there. Let me give you a look of the color. Oh my gosh, so many different green, blue, green, awesome. What?
Okay, peanut butter tequila.
Peanut, how much you been drinking? Peanut butter?
No. I had on the beach,
It's on the beach, nice.
and now I have a little tiny taste of peanut butter tequila.
Peanut butter
Here
tequila. Taster.
we go. Oh yeah,
Is it awesome?
that's coming home with me.
That's good.
Yeah.
Peanut butter
Yeah,
tequila.
you gotta try this.
Woo.
We kept
We
driving,
don't drink.
and then we found this amazing beach that was like pristine white sand, like that had never been touched by human feet. It was amazing. There was no rocks, there was no coral. It was so awesome. And then I got in the water and it was like, I don't know, 85 degrees. It was so awesome.
You fell in love.
I
Yeah,
was
it
like,
was awesome.
I'm never leaving.
It was
No.
awesome. And it was free beach.
Yep.
But the guy who kind of ran the shops on the other side of the road, the little bar and all that, he's like, hey, you can use for free, but maybe come see us get a drink,
There's no peace.
And I said, sure. Yeah, you got big
Sure.
ones, grande. Oh, I did have a drink there.
Yes,
I
you-
shared your drink, I think.
There you go.
The big,
There you go.
That's where we met the lovely couple from Italy. They were just
They were
precious.
amazing.
Yeah,
Love you guys.
yeah, you guys are awesome. And then we bought them a drink over on the other
Yes,
side.
a big
They had
rum
their
punch.
first
It
rum
was
punch.
literally like this big.
Yeah, it was monster.
awesome.
All right, so here's our friends from Italy, from Venice.
Venice, Italy.
Venice, Italy, having a drink. What's your drink, babe?
Rum punch.
Rum punch. They
So
never
good.
had rum punch before. It's their
so
first
good.
rum punch, and they got a bucket of rum punch.
Cheers.
So what is this bar? Where are we at? What is this bar?
What's it called?
San Martin on the
San
other
Martin.
side of Cozumel.
Yes.
The slower side, the better side.
The not cruising
That's
side.
right.
And then we got on scooters. No, I'm kidding. We were good. We weren't.
We did though. We did.
Yeah. And then from there, we just continued up the road. It's like a big loop on the island.
Yeah.
We worked our way back
Yep.
to downtown. And then there's 2 different cruise ports there. You'll see the big cruises. And so ours was further down. So we're like, oh, not that one. Just keep going. But we made it back in time and all was good.
Yeah.
All right, baby. We just turned in our scooters. You can see scooters back there. Yeah. What'd you think?
It was super fun. Wear sunblock.
Oh, yeah. You're
I
exposed
did
to the
not
sun.
wear sunblock, and I think I got burnt. So
And you get wind blown,
today's
but
only
it's
day
fun.
2. It's so fun.
Go
though.
tour around the island,
So
stop here,
fun.
stop there, have a drink, go to
have
the
a
water.
margarita or a rum punch
Rum
or
punch.
something yummy.
Now we're heading to the boat.
Okay, bye. I would do it again.
Pretty fun,
Yep.
just hugging your man and just me
Oh, you
just
love
airing
that.
it out.
You love that. Oh my god.
Let's ride.
I know, let's ride.
All right, you guys. So there you go. There's one of the things you could do in Cozumel. There's no longer a golf course. I'm big into golf. There wasn't any golf there anymore. So you're pretty much like laying at the beach, eating, drinking, kind of like normal cruising.
Yep.
Eating,
Yep.
drinking, getting sun.
Yep. Oh, I will recommend for you ladies, put your bathing suit on before you get off the ship because there's not really any great places for you to change into your bathing suit on the island. So have your bathing suit already on.
There you go.
Yep.
All right. And I'm sure there's some of our viewers that have been to Cozumel and have done other things or have other experiences. Have you been pulled over by the cops and had to pay? Did you get out of it? He let us go.
Oh yeah,
My-
I bet you had to pay, didn't you?
We didn't have to pay. He's like, okay, you just hang tight. Let the other couple leave, let my associate know. Thank you, Lord. We got out of that one. Let us go. But put in the comments some of the stories or experiences you've had on Cozumel.
Well, I guess that wraps it up.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
See you next time.